Yeah, I feel like I did a couple videos on the subject already. I remember when Karen first said she was pregnant to Zach, and it was about, well, when is she going to tell Karen? I mean, well, not Karen, but when is Karen going to tell Aaron? How is he going to react? Is he going to stay with her? This and that. But, the biggest thing about the Karen Aaron situation, and I talked about this in my video yesterday about, like, what would I say? Why is it so hard for Karen to tell Aaron that she's pregnant? It's one of those things where it just definitely feels like it was a knee-jerk reaction for her to assume she's pregnant, tell Zach, make it seem like he's the only one who could be the father, took the pregnancy test allegedly, and now it's like, well, I mean, Zach was asking all the right questions. Are you sure you're pregnant? How do you know you're pregnant? Have you been tested? No. I missed my period. And it's like, okay. But then I did a separate video where I went over all, well, maybe not all, but various reasons why Karen assuming her pregnancy could be a mistake, because there are a number of reasons why women could miss their period. And while going through that list, I saw a good number of scenarios where it's like, yeah, I can definitely see how this, and this could be the reason she missed her period, and it had absolutely nothing to do with her being pregnant. Now, the thing with Aaron is, I'm still pissed off at Karen for making this man, interrupting his basketball game, coming down to the court, leaving the court, going back to her place. They spent the night together, and apparently they were just bunk buddies. There was no sex involved. Then when he finally asked the next morning, which I feel like the episode missed this. I feel like there was a scene that was definitely missing, because typically, we'll have a Zatima scene, and then we might have a Aaron and Karen moment maybe right before, right after, to kind of show the mirror or the parallels between the two the two couples. And you would think there would have been a moment where either, let's say, Karen and Aaron get back to her place, and well, the game was at 10 o'clock, so I assume it's probably close to midnight or so by the time Karen gets there and they leave. And it's been a long day for Karen, and I'm only saying, oh wow, it's been a long day. She's been in them heels. Aaron will probably do the whole let me rub your feet thing on the couch and we can talk. You can tell me what's going on. We'll watch a movie or something. But yeah, we don't get that. We just get him coming out of the restroom the next morning, and it's like, bro, you came all the way to her place, but you didn't once ask, so what is it you wanted to talk to me about? So the thing about Aaron is, it's like, oh, are you I don't want to go on an emotional roller coaster with you, and it's like, hey, I'm man enough to deal with this, but are you man enough to deal with the news that she's pregnant? And the thing is, a lot of us all feel the same way. If she mentions pregnancy, he will basically ask the question, am I the father? Because we know they had sex at least one time, and then that was the first time they had sex, and even then she was saying Zach's name, so he left in the middle of the night. He explained that to her, and it's most likely unprotected sex. But here's the thing. If she says it's Zach's child, and Aaron wants to stay with her anyway, will she be like, no? And he'll be like, what is it? Because Zach's like, no, it's not fair to you, and it's Zach's child. So basically, staying with me means, there's always going to be that connection to Zach. And to be honest, Aaron, I don't really like how Aaron has been written for the past season or so. I'm kind of like Pam, where I've kind of come around to the character, sort of liking the guy, but it's just embarrassing the fact that he's just allowing himself to be walked all over. And I'm not even placing all the blame on Karen, because Aaron's the one who's just staying around. At this point, it's like, dude, it's clear she's interested in you, but not anywhere close to how much you're interested in her. It's like you're worshiping this woman more than God. I know it sounds weird to say, but him being a preacher and whatnot, it's like, are you going to show how godly you are to be like Joseph? Mary being impregnated by God to carry the child, that's Jesus. And Lord, I'm not trying to compare I'm not trying to say Karen is Mother Mary, because she sure as heck isn't. But I feel like it's a situation where if she says, hey, I'm pregnant and the baby's mine. I mean, excuse me, I'm pregnant, but the baby's Zach's. I'll stay with you, Karen. What do you mean? It ain't your child. Well, Joseph stayed with Mary, right? And Jesus wasn't his son. I don't know why, but that just sounds like something he would say. And it's like, bruh, what are you doing? So I think that Aaron would most likely stay around. I feel like at this point, Karen's almost doing everything she can to get rid of him, but he's just not going anywhere. It's like anytime she like says something to try to get rid of him, he just is determined to stay. And then other times where it seems like she's warming up to him, she's just reserved and decides to pull back. It's like a lot of these women are teasers. It isn't just Andy. I'm noticing that a lot. Andy isn't the only tease out of this group of women. But Aaron just needs to just go. I mean, at this point, if not for the whole pregnancy thing, what exactly is his role in the series? I mean, why does Gary want Andy so bad? Is it a thing about like competition and not wanting to lose her? More like she's a possession than anything else? Even though it's clear that Gary he has a wide variety of women to select. Why isn't Andy? Is it the challenge? What's going on? Aaron, it's like, you and Karen went on that one date and it just got ruined when you forgot your money and you invited your wife there, and that just led to a whole bunch of misfortunate events. So why does Aaron so set on Karen being the one? I mean, it's kind of giving me Gary vibes. I mean, his whole thing, it seems less about loving Karen and more so proving that he's the better man than Zach. I just don't get it, but let me know what you think. How do you think Aaron's going to take the news? Is he going to basically be the Zach in the situation where, hey, is it my child? I mean, yeah, I caught you in that room with Zach, but you and I had sex too. And it's just one of those things where if the baby, if it turns out it isn't Zach, what will she do? Will she terminate the baby? Will Aaron, say, oh, it's mine, so yeah, we're definitely getting married now? So it's funny because that I feel like, and I'm not trying to make light of abortion or anything, so don't get that vibe, but I feel like it's funny to me how it definitely felt like Karen sprung the pregnancy on Zach to kind of make him feel trapped. Like, hey, you're not going to get rid of me. It's not over. But then it turns out it's not his baby. And then Aaron finds out that it's his. And, Karen is, tried to escape the engagement and getting married to him, which, to be honest, I didn't like how he approached marriage anyway, because he kind of just, hey, I know a guy who can marry us right now just because he wanted unsinful sex. And to be honest, the way she kind of wanted to trap Zach ended up being the way that she gets trapped into staying with Aaron, which I find hilarious, but it's really messed up because I really don't like how Karen has been treated in terms of writing over the past, half a season and some change. So let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Interesting topic as always on this pregnancy thing, but take a moment to hit the thumbs up button to show you like the video. Folks, we are less than 800 people away from 200,000 subscribers on the channel, so take a moment to hit the thumbs up button like I just mentioned to show you like the content. Trust and believe, all interactions on these videos goes a long way. So hit the bell icon and select all. That way you are up to date when I upload. Follow me on social media. Links are in the description. And if you would like to donate to the channel, feel free to do so on PayPal or Cash App.